G'day guys, how are you doing today? Today we're gonna have a chat. We're gonna talk about the past year and the coming year. We're gonna cover some topics, what's happened, what's been going on over the past year, what we plan to be doing in the future, and overall just a discussion of how things are. Um, I'm also going to be playing a game in the background called Striving for Light, just to help you guys with ADHD out there, as well as uh, Gen Z attention span. Let's be honest, I am part of the millennials, and I have that attention span as well. So there's definitely not a hit on you guys. Now, I wrote some notes because I wanted to really get into this. First things first, let's talk about last year. Last year was absolutely massive for my content, streaming and YouTube and all this fun stuff. A lot of stuff happened. So let's go over that first. So we tried a bunch of streaming platforms. We tried Kick, we tried YouTube, we tried Twitch. And none of them really felt like home. Like, we had a decent amount of success on Kick, but they did some weird stuff. Let's be honest, guys. There's some weird stuff happened on Kick that I wasn't really comfortable with, so I stopped streaming there. We may return in the future. Honestly, actually, we're probably not going to return. Let's be honest. It's probably not going to happen. So we tried a lot of platforms. We went back to Twitch, went back to YouTube, went back to Twitch. We tried kicking it. We were all over the place, honestly. But while we're doing all that, I started playing Remnant, Remnant 2, and I absolutely love that game. And it actually blew up the channel. The channel blew up. It went from 1,000 subscribers, or like 1,500. I don't know how you guys class blowing up, but in my opinion, that is a massive W, massive W. So my Remnant 2 guide videos blew up. So I started to make some more guide videos. We got YouTube partner from that, actually, which is super great. That's helped out a lot with medical expenses. As you guys know, I used to be a flesh tuber, right? Until my illness got a bit too bad and started affecting my looks. I looked sick all the time, and then I decided that I'd rather create my own fantasy, my own vision of myself, which is what we have now. This sexy beast you're looking at right now is my virtual representation of my soul, I suppose. So I completely lost my train of thought. Oh my god! My brain, please. Hello. But I really can't think of anything. What was I saying? Oh my god. Anyway, talking about bloody mental illness, Jesus Christ. Anyway, YouTube was doing well. We got YouTube up and going. We started making a little bit of cash to help with medical, which is lovely. I'm much appreciated to all the lovely viewers who've helped, enjoyed my content, really, honestly. It's an amazing feeling. So Yeah. Last year was a blow up. It had its ups and downs. We're going to talk about the downs as well, of course. The ups, we grew as a community. We reached out. We found more people to join us on this content journey. We met a lot of amazing people, like Birdie, Poseidon, Vamp, Mitz. Oh, there's so many people. We've met so many people. I'm sorry I haven't named you, but like, there's so many people. I would be here all day. Um, Now, the downside of that was we also lost a lot of people. Now, we had a point where we did reach out to Lab of Creation. You guys remember them? The streamer team that we joined last year. I don't even think we were in this team for like 6 months before it collapsed. And unfortunately, we went all in on that team. We left Discord. We moved over to their community because I wanted to really give it a good go. I wanted to make this merged community system of stream team work. And unfortunately, not everything you want comes to pass. That is an unfortunate of life, and unfortunately, it is a consistent of life that things just don't work out sometimes. So, because we moved our community over to Gilded, the platform similar to Discord, we lost a lot of people who were part of our Discord because they just didn't want to download a new app and move just for our community because they were a part of other communities, which is completely understandable, honestly. It's completely understandable. But unfortunately, we did lose that. Now we've moved back to Discord at the end of that, and we've started to rebuild our Discord once more. I think it used to be 100 something, maybe less, probably a lot less. Let's be honest. We're rebuilding that. We're getting our community back up and running after that fiasco, but a lot of good came from it as well. So we did meet a lot of great people, a lot of genuine people, which is really hard to find in this space. I'm gonna be that negative Nancy right now, and yeah, it's hard to find genuine people to collaborate with, to hang out with, stuff like that. Now, moving on to the whole collaboration side of things, right? That whole situation made me see things a little bit differently. So I decided to, which will be continuing this year, mind you, we won't be joining any more teams. No more teams. We were part of RGST, which was Pixie Time's community. Pixie Times was part of this team, and I got into that team briefly, but nothing really. It was kind of stagnant. It's a very heavy American team, and I don't know. I just didn't have much in common with them in what the games they played, and I didn't really. We didn't click, you know. So we left that, and then we were solo, and then we joined Lab of Creation, and then obviously that was an absolute disaster, and here we are. So that whole turn of events really made me change my opinion on joining other teams. You know, we're just gonna focus on ourselves, and we can continue to focus on ourselves. We won't be joining any teams anytime soon, and our collaborations won't be regular. They won't be as much as they were last year, because honestly, I just want to focus on myself. I want to build. I want to build the community. I want to build the brand. I want to meet new people and have them in the community rather than meeting new people that are in other communities. That sounds bad. Does that sound bad? That sounds bad. Either way, I want to focus on us. Instead of helping to prop others, I'm gonna focus on us. I'm gonna be selfish. I'm gonna prop us up as a community. I'm going to improve our content, and I'm going to improve our entertainment, and that's the plan. So don't expect too many collaborations this year, but do expect a lot more content. Now, moving on to a more depressing and serious topic. Now, just a forewarning, this topic is going to contain some upsetting things. I don't want to go into it, but I would suggest that if you have any trauma or anything related to, let's say, assault or anything like that, there's going to be a timestamp. Skip that. Skip this section. I'll give you the TLDR now. I left Twitter. Twitter bad. End of discussion. So feel free to skip to the end of this section in the timestamp below if you don't need to know more. Now, for those that are still listening, I left Twitter, and I'm going to do a bit more deep dive into why I left Twitter, and why my presence on social media isn't like going to be super high. I will be trying to improve my presence on Instagram, and I will be using the YouTube community tab often. So if you want to keep track, the 3 best ways to do that are obviously Instagram, Discord, and community tab on YouTube. Right. I'm realizing now that the people who skipped would not have heard any of that, what I just said. Huh. Oh, no. Okay. So, Instagram and the culture that is able to thrive in a space like, sorry, not Instagram, Twitter. The culture and the people that are able to thrive in Twitter are on a level of scary and bad. I'm trying to think of a better word, but there's some really crazy people on Twitter. There's some really crazy people. Now, I just want to preface, I'm not talking about anyone I know. So if you know me and I know you, I'm not talking about you. Just to let you know. So, as I said before, I used to be a flesh tuber, right? And I didn't encounter any of this on Twitter. Now, maybe then the move to Elon Musk and all the different rules and all that stuff that's happening on Twitter, I don't know. But since becoming a VTuber, right, and joining that space, I have seen some horrific, crazy, insane stuff on my feed just under the VTuber tag. Like, unfortunately, when you hear about like Twitter mobs or Twitter activists who really don't do anything apart from post, "Hey, I support this, and if you don't, you're a blah or a blah or blah." There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that going on within the VTuber space, and it kind of makes sense. Like, VTubers are people who want to be something different or hide something that they don't want a part of their image, I guess. Kind of like as like furry culture, I guess. I've already discussed the reason why I am a VTuber, but there's many other reasons for people to fall under a different identity, I suppose. Unfortunately, some of those aren't exactly good actors. So So you get like some crazy stuff on your feed, like so and so is a P, or so and so is a groomer, or so and so is a SAer, and like then these mobs just go over, and then you as you're scrolling, you see that mentions so and so, and it's just going, these people are crazy, and like sort of like why am I getting exposed to this kind of stuff? I'm a simple guy. I think everyone should be treated equally, and everyone should leave everyone else alone. If it doesn't affect you, don't insert yourself into it. That could be taken out of context, that could be taken wrong, but I'm talking about this context of false activism. Activism? False activists, I guess. There's so many self-important, power tripping, just like really crazy stuff on Twitter, and unfortunately for that anonymity or different persona or fursona within the VTuber space, it thrives, you know, and I no longer wanted to see that. I don't want my feed filled up with weird, like, drama that is really some scary stuff. Like, if it's true, it's horrible. If it's not true, it's horrible. Like, there's no winning in seeing these things. I just want to keep to myself. I want to see game stuff. I want to see cool avatars. That's what I want to see. That's not what I see on Twitter, unfortunately. Actually, I this isn't the first time I deleted my Twitter. I actually deleted my Twitter one time before for a very similar reason. Like, I commented that I liked the Harry Potter game. Oh my god. Biggest mistake you to do on Twitter. The sheer amount of like horrible things that started appearing on my feed. Oh my god, I literally deleted it because I couldn't get out of that algorithm of horrendousness. But this time around, it wasn't even related to the Harry Potter game. It was just related to VTubers in general. So I left that. I left it behind. And the second reason is related to how Twitter is actually doing things. These two issues might be related. I'm not too sure. But because of all the atrocities that are happening in the world right now, again, there's a lot of Twitter activists who want to shove their agenda or what they believe in your face. Unfortunately, browsing something as simple as Fortnite Save the World hashtag to see people's cool builds and their weapons in Fortnite. A kid-friendly game, and you would imagine a kid-friendly hashtag. So I was just doing that so I didn't have to see any of the VTuber drama, right? So scrolling through, and one of the hashtag was somehow related to one of the current conflicts. And it showed a pile, again, posted by one of these Twitter activists who sitting comfortably home in their chairs, putting their moral outrage out there into the world instead of actually doing anything about it. They posted a picture of a pile of I'm going to keep it as PG as possible. I'm sure you can fill in the blanks. A pile of downed people with their with the people who downed them in front of them like a hunting trophy. This wasn't censored. There was no spoiler tag, and it was under the Save the World Fortnite hashtag. And that is an image I still can't get out of my head. It's there for life. I didn't want to see that, and I don't think anyone should be forced to see that. It was in a hashtag that is completely for children, but boom, there it was. And that was kind of the end of the straw for me. I deleted Twitter, and I won't be going back. Now, I know this is going to affect my reach as a content creator, but I'll be using Instagram from now on. Because I find their filtering a lot easier. I don't think I'll be using Threads. I think Threads is a bit of a joke. There's no way to filter anything. It's ridiculous. At least Instagram has hashtags, you know? Threads, for some reason, they chose not to have hashtags. I mean, it's something that's been used for many, many years, but apparently it's too good for them. Well, not good enough for them, rather. Yeah. Anyway. I should start a game so you guys can actually be entertained. Yeah. So, that's the reason I left Twitter. I won't be going back. Just 1 second. What other topics did I want to cover? Because there is more topics I skipped past. Okay, we've covered no groups. We've covered last year. We've covered the Twitter mobs, and atrocities. We've covered the fact that I'm going to be more active on Instagram. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, chuck a follow. I'll pop a link in the description below. Also, obviously, Discord. That's no-brainer, right? Now, going forward, we're going to go forward into this year with a more focused approach. Actually, who am I kidding? I'm not a focused channel. I have ADHD. I'm all over the place. So, what I plan to do is I will be making content on games that I'm playing at the time. That's basically it, right? I'm not really a single game kind of person. I do have ADHD. Unfortunately, it can't be treated because the medication does not sit well with me. So I just kind of have to live with it, which does affect things in my day-to-day. Unfortunately, that is just what it is. It is what it is life. You deal with the cards you dealt with. But that just means we have variety, you know? So we're not going to be focusing on a single game. We're going to be jumping around to different games. Whatever I feel like playing at the time, we're going to be checking it out. And I hope that my riveting personality and my absolutely sexy virtual body is enough to keep you guys interested, keep you guys entertained, while we jump around checking out different games and having a great time, hopefully. So that is going to be essentially our focus this year. I am going to make content on a game, whatever I'm playing at the time. I'm going to make content on it. Then I am going to finish up that game, and then I'm going to move to the next game, and I'll make content on that game. And we're just going to keep doing that. It's pretty simple stuff. Now, what games are we playing? Oh my god. This year, absolutely insane with games. I think it's going to be one of the biggest years yet. We have... Well, Palworld just came out, and I have already sunk 52 hours into that game. And honestly, it came out of nowhere. I don't think anyone was expecting it to be as big as it is. Like, it's literally the most played game in the world right now. 3 million concurrent players. Wait, no, 2 million concurrent players. I think it was last I checked. Either way, that's a lot of players. There's so many. What the hell? So I picked up Pal World as not like a main game. It's just something to keep me occupied until Enshrouded came out, right? Those who don't know, Enshrouded is like a more fantasy Dark Souls survival-esque game. Kind of like Dark Souls mixed with survival, mixed with Breath of Wild. It's all kind of sort of cool. It's all kinds of cool. So yeah, I was just literally just got Pal World to keep myself occupied, but like I am so addicted. It is a really amazing game. Like I'm thoroughly enjoying every moment I'm playing this game. It's incredible. I'm going to do some videos and guides on it, 100%. I believe there's already a video out of just my first 3 hours or first 2 hours of playing it, and oh my god, it's taken away my life right now. I've played it so much. But yeah, so we're gonna be playing a bit of Power World. We're gonna be making some videos on Power World, and then now that Enshrouded is out, unfortunately I don't have enough money to buy Enshrouded just yet. So which is probably a good thing because I'm really heavy on the Power World, so I'm getting my money's worth. We'll get the videos out of it for sure. So that's been good. We're gonna make some videos on Power World. Then we're gonna move on to Enshrouded. Definitely gonna make some videos on that, and then even better. Well, I'm assuming it's gonna be better, just like because of the genre I love. Dark Fantasy Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming out. I already have a copy pre-ordered thanks to my friend Jimmy or Doom or whatever I like to call him at the time. You guys would have, longer viewers would have seen him in the some of our videos and streams. Same with Rusty. I've been playing games with Rusty. In terms of collaboration, I don't think it really counts as a collab because they're just my IRL friends. We just like to play games together sometimes, you know? But yeah, so he got me Dragon's Dogma 2, and I'm so excited for that. We're definitely going to be making some content on that. Then later on this year, which I'm really hoping does come to pass, there is a lovely game called Vampire the Masquerade 2. Now, you guys know how much I love Vampire the Masquerade. We played it so much on stream. None of it actually made it to YouTube, I don't think, because it's probably not YouTube friendly. I'm not too sure. 2 might be though. But yeah, I'm really hoping Vampire the Masquerade is going to be good because oh man, it's got such a heavy cult following. That if they don't make it good, it's going to be absolutely destroyed. Destroyed in media and stuff. Grab that one and that one. Cool. What else is coming out this year? Apparently Blue Protocol is getting its global launch. That is a anime MMO. Definitely be playing that. I might be playing some GTA RP because a lot of you actually don't know. I used to be really heavy into the RP lifestyle. Like I played one of the biggest RP communities is actually on Neverwinter Nights 1. Very old game. But it has the systems available to host player worlds that are completely created by the player. So naturally, it's an absolute amazing playground for people who want to create D&D worlds. And that is exactly what's happened. So I need that. Grab that one. So a lot of people have created their own D&D worlds that are persistent, and people just join them and they play them, and they play a character, all 100% RPs with rules can't break character, no out of character communication. You got to stick to the rules. No random deaths, matches, or anything like that, right? And it actually turned out to be really, really fun. So I ended up putting like 600 hours or more into just playing different characters on a RP world in Dungeons and Dragons 3.5, I believe it was based on this one. Yeah, it was definitely a time in my life I will remember fondly. So seeing GTA RP like blow up again, kind of makes me want to try it out myself, which may be something I'll do on stream. Great segue there. Streaming. So streaming won't positive negative right there. Streaming won't be the focus, but it will be something I do on a weekly basis. Now, where am I going to be streaming? I'm going to pull a 2023 Shin right here, and we're going to go back to Twitch. We're going to stream on Twitch. They have more systems for us to utilize, so we're just going to utilize them. It doesn't matter if we make any money on what do you call it? Although primes, I hear primes make money, which make okay, decent cash. But I don't think primes are going to be around for long. The way things are going, I honestly don't think Twitch primes are going to exist. So we won't be using as a form of making money for medical bills. It's streaming's not it. But what it will be is me hanging out with you guys, because I miss that. I really do. I realized over the break of how much I missed streaming regularly. And I wanted to get back into that. And YouTube in its current state doesn't really promote streams or do anything like that. Not that Twitch does any better. But at least it has discoverability via raids, and raids is not something that YouTube does very well. Let's be honest. Like the fact that you have to opt in for a raid, you have to approve. You can't even gift subs in YouTube. Like, it sounds like I'm just talking about money right now with the gift subs and stuff. I'm not. I'm talking about the amount of times I wanted to give people subs as a gift for being a good member of the community, being a part of as like a core member of the community, and I couldn't. It's just so annoying. But now I can do that. I can give back, and I want to do that. So that's a lot of other people want to do that too. I know I'm not the only one. So that's what we're gonna focus on. We're gonna aim towards that. So we're gonna be streaming on Twitch. Come early January. Keep an eye out on Instagram, and Discord, and possibly the YouTube community tab. We'll see. And yeah, we're gonna be streaming. We're gonna get back to streaming. I'm excited for that. So yeah, I think we've covered really everything. Let me just make sure I got notes, guys. I'm very professional. Very professional. All right. Process and focus. Yeah, we roughly covered that. No groups. Roughly covered collabs. Twitch, games, Twitter mobs, Instagram. Yeah, we pretty much covered everything. Nice. Okay. So, yeah. If you have made it this far in the video, please know that you are an absolute legend. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. You are a legend, and I appreciate you. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you sticking through and listening to me ramble on and on and on. All right, until next time, guys, look after yourself, please, and focus on the happy things in life instead of getting focused on the negative. Bye bye.